Good Wednesday morning, everyone. I'm Xavier Walton. It is October 9th. This is your social update time now, about 8:31 here on this Wednesday morning. So what we're going to do, we're going to go over some of the top stories here from KHOU overnight and into the morning to get you guys caught up. For those of you who missed H-Town Rush earlier this morning, so these are our top stories, the things that people are clicking most on when it comes to social media. And if you have any questions, feel free to comment. I know this is streaming on our Facebook Live, so any questions at all, ask away. We'll do our best to answer them for you this morning. Anyways, all right, so our top story, this happened last night, sad story. An HPD officers were responding to a suicide call, and we have some video we're going to show you. And just so you know, we are going to stop the video before it actually happens. But anyways, so they were responding to a call, and a bicyclist was crossing the street, and a patrol car, there we paused the video, a patrol car actually hit and killed this bicyclist. We don't know the name of that bicyclist. This happened last night on North Wayside Drive, and you saw there in the very beginning, that was dash cam video. There you see the bicycle. So right now, HPD is still investigating to see who's at fault. And to note, this is very important, in this video that we were showing you just a second ago, you didn't see the flashing lights, even though they were responding to a suicide call. So that's something we're looking into as this investigation continues on. But again, a bicyclist was hit and killed by a Houston police car as they were responding to a call. But again, we don't know the name of that victim yet. But they did die on scene. And here's another look at that video, in case you missed it. You can see the man on the bicycle crossing the street there, and then we're gonna go ahead and pause it, and then into the frame you'll see another vehicle right there, and that's where we pause it. And I did watch this video after this. It is very graphic, so obviously out of respect and that sort of thing, we paused it there. And this was the scene after the accident happen. So this is a story that we're going to continue to follow, and be sure to stay tuned for updates as the day progresses, because I know there are going to be more updates out of the story as this investigation continues on. Our next story, or one of our other top stories this morning, another sad story, a fatal wrong way driver accident. And here's the scene. This again happened Tuesday night. And this is on, I believe, the Crosby Freeway. A family that was involved in this crash was literally heading back from church, and they were hit by a wrong way driver. Some of the victims in this ages, range from 16 to a 21-year-old and a 42-year-old. Unfortunately, the wrong way driver, unfortunately, the wrong way driver died in this accident. As far as the conditions of those other people, that's some other stuff that we're still working to get updates on throughout this morning. But again, just a crazy scene there at a deadly wrong way crash. So certainly our thoughts and prayers. Hopefully those people, the family in the hospital, hopefully they pull through. But again, our thoughts and our prayers are with the family and those involved, and the family who lost a loved one in that accident. When you look at this video, it's just, it is very horrific. It was a bad wrong way. Not that there's ever a good wrong way crash, but when you look at it, the video, the cars are just completely destroyed. So again, if you could send your thoughts and prayers to those family and those people involved, that'd be so great, and I'm sure they would all appreciate it as well. All right, it is October 9th, and we are here still this morning. We're going to switch gears a little bit and get to something a little lighter, and this news is pretty cool. I'm not sure if you guys have been following this story, and Demario Davis, not sure if you're familiar, but he was fined like $7,000 for wearing a headband that said "Man of God" on it. He's fined by the NFL. And of course, people came to his rescue. And this was Saints versus the Dallas Cowboys from that game. Anyways, so it was interesting because after he was fined, people rallied around him I actually shared this on my Facebook page as well. Very cool school. And there it is. There's the video. I was just talking about this. It is so cool. A private school in Louisiana, they made their own custom headbands to support Demario. This is just a really cool story. So anyways, yeah, he got fined by the NFL $7,000 for wearing this Man of God headband. So the school backed him. They said, "We got your back, Demario." Made their own custom headbands. In the process, Demario started selling headbands to raise some money. He raised $30,000. And then just coming out this morning or today, I believe, was the fact that Demario's appeal, he won. So the NFL is not going to be fining him. So he said he's going to take that $7,000 plus the $30,000 that was raised for near $40,000, and he's actually going to donate it to the St. Dominic Hospital in Jackson, Mississippi. But yeah, this is just one of those stories that makes you smile. I know a lot of people were pretty thrilled when I shared this, and even reading our comments on some of on our KHG Facebook page. A lot of people really like the story. It's a story you smile about, especially to see those kids. They have no idea, but they're just happy. I think they all deserve some extra credit. Yeah, look at that. Oh, is she cute? She doesn't look very happy though to be on camera. All right, well, not to hate the Saints. They're fine. I get it. But let's a little closer to home. Unfortunately, we are all waking up to that loss from last night. But Game 5, it'll be here. It'll be at Minute Maid. And this is from the Houston Astros Twitter page. There you go. Hashtag take it back. This is it, do or die. Thursday, our place. That is coming from the Astros. So everybody needs to wear their orange tomorrow. I know we got a little confident. Maybe we were overly confident. But those bats really need to come alive. Verlander had a rough outing. But hopefully Garrett Cole can get us back on track. And Friday when we wake up, it'll be a little more exciting and we could be celebrating going into the weekend. I'm looking forward to, we got the Yankees if we are victorious, and they're just kind of chilling right now since they swept the, Minnesota. Yeah, they swept Minnesota, the Twins. But yes, those are the stories that are kind of trending right now, and the top headlines. But if you have any questions, my man Jason, there he is. I felt him. Nickname Sauce. All right, anyways, if you have any questions, do we have any questions, Brandon, that you saw that were very good?
Xavier, most people are just commenting on the first story with the cyclist crash and asking if the officers had their lights on, which we said earlier they
and I
didn't
can
have their lights on.
So you want to show that video again? That's actually super helpful. Sure. So for those of you just tuning in, a bicyclist was hit and killed by a Houston police patrol car. Officers were responding to a suicide call is what we are told. There's the bicyclist. He is crossing the street, goes across the median, and then into the frame you'll see so right there we paused it because the video is just too graphic, but right there that is a cruiser, a patrol car, and as you can see the lights were not on, and that's kind of where the investigation is now. We're trying to figure out who is at fault. Some people were talking about it earlier in the newsroom, asking, was the bicyclist in the crosswalk, or was he in the right, was he in the wrong? Why didn't the police officers have their lights on? So those are the questions that we are working to get answers on. Either way, sad story, thinking that somebody, was riding their bike and they're no longer alive. So certainly thoughts and prayers go out to that family. But yes, this is an ongoing investigation, but it appears that their lights were not on. So we'll see if that is procedure to have their lights on when they're responding to, that sort of call. Again, there are so many factors like, was it nearby? Was this, obviously you'd think a suicide call is an emergency, but, that's something that we're gonna have to wait for HPD to comment on. So again, there's the freeze frame moments before impact, and after seeing that video, it is very, very, very graphic. Do we have any more questions?
Nope, that's it.
That is all. Okay. All right, everyone. Well, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. My name is Xavier Walton. You can usually catch me on H-Town Rush in the morning from 4:30 to 7. But be sure to stay with KHOU 11 throughout the day. We're going to update those stories and other stories as well as they come in throughout the day. Obviously, it is a busy, busy market, city, area. Stuff's always going on. Anyways, October 9th, Wednesday. Make it a great day. We'll talk to you later.